Welcome to another Hytale video. I still gotta get used to saying that. It's kind of, it's still kind of new to me and I'm so happy to be playing this. I want to make some videos on this game, but I'm not entirely sure what they will be. I don't think I want to go for a full Let's Play. There will definitely be some things that I would rather do off screen and just spend a lot of time on. And yeah, as you just saw there, you can actually play this in third person. Haven't really done that, but it's kind of fun for running around to maybe go that view for a while. Slide over the shoulder look right here. But yeah, I want to talk a bit about the stuff that I built here so far, because this has been a journey on its own. First up, I completely underestimated the amount of space I would need, so initially I had this thing built. We have a little bedroom up above, but nothing to write home about, and also not too much in there. And down here I thought I would just place down a few chests for beginners and then go from there. And also just have all my crafting areas in here. Didn't last that long with that amount of space. I made or at least started working on a basement down below here, but that's still also work in progress, and there's also this area that needs to be taken care of. But yeah, right now everything is kinda in an in-between, very undecided state. Can also just close that thing off. And I moved out quite a few of the crafting benches into the other house, which I also initially didn't think I would make this big, but even as it is right now, it's not actually all that much space. Might need more of this. But yeah, outside here I got my little furnace and smithing area. So that one could also use with an extension, maybe make this a bit bigger. I'm not entirely sure. I also am still considering to maybe just completely demolish this part again, because this part of the house doesn't really do much. I could potentially use this as a cooking area, but for the farming and animal holding stuff, I would rather maybe make a barn or something and just really space this out a bit differently. Maybe I'll put a wall around the entire place. I'm not entirely sure yet. But yeah, I still need to figure out what I want to do, and that's especially true when it comes to the storage system. Because right now there is storage, but there is no system behind it. I got some chests over here that I want to use for building stuff, so that's why I got a chest full of logs. And there should be some stone here at some point. Maybe I don't have it sorted in yet. But yeah, there are also a lot of already crafted items. I put the stone just in between those. It's all a bit confusing. I wish I had some options to sort this out a bit better. We'll hopefully find a way, but right now, and that's something that I tried to not really show off in the video, this is kind of where a lot of my storage went. I just put out a lot of chests over here because I'm not really using this room yet. And I just decided to put everything that I don't have any designated storage for into this area right now. Just so that it's out of the way and I can just come up here, dump my inventory, and that's gonna be alright. Sort items by type, that might be useful. But yeah, just to get rid of items and also see which things I still need to find a proper space for. Oh, that's Essence of Fire. It's I mistook one for the other for a moment. I mean, I could also take this into the smelting area, which might also need some chests for raw ingredients. Coral seashell, yeah, let's put that in here as well. But yeah, being a bit undecided on what to do with this stuff, because for half of it I don't yet know what I can even do with it and what its purpose is. it kinda grinds the whole thing to a halt because I need to figure that out before going too much further with other stuff. Otherwise, I'm just going to be in my own way all the time. Having a somewhat decent storage solution in games like these is always important. With all the different block types and everything it throws at you, you're really gonna be on top of it. Otherwise, you're just running from one chest to another, never finding anything, and never knowing where to put things. I hope there's going to be a bit more quality of life regarding this stuff. I would like the option to just put down a special type of chest somewhere and have stuff auto-sorted into nearby other chests. I don't mind if that's going to be an expensive thing to buy and build. I don't mind if it's gonna take a while to get or something. I don't mind if it would be a bigger system like in Minecraft with hoppers and all of that. I'm ready to invest some time and resources into that, but it needs to be an option for this to all flow smoothly. I mean, for all I care, they can also go a different route and make that simple and very easy to get, just as a quality of life thing. I don't know. Having to spend too much time in storage areas, just sorting stuff in and out, it doesn't really help the game, in my opinion. It was a huge factor in me quitting Minecraft Survival. I still like to do some tech stuff in creative here and there, but survival with all the stuff you have to juggle if you want to build something, the amount of time you spend in a storage area just trying to get your things sorted out, really not amazing. But yeah, we'll have to see how all of that goes. So yeah, right now I got this stuff here, which might all have to go or might get slightly reworked. I would maybe want to space out the middle part a bit more. Maybe I'll put the walls up to this end over here, do the same on the other end, and therefore rebuild this entire part. I mean, this is really the first house that I built, and therefore it's just... it could be better. Also, one thing that I kind of forgot to show you guys, but that's another amazing little feature in this game that I just remembered after seeing that roof over there. If we take some of the hardwood roof or something like that, there's something really cool that you can do with roof tiles, and let me show you. If you don't have anything below them, they're going to come out like this. So that's just on the inside a slope, and if I put something below that, it extends down to fully support on there, so that's just really amazing and fun. The sad thing is right now it doesn't happen with the larger parts, so I hope that's gonna be a thing that happens in the future, because that right now looks a bit rough. But if I put that on here, if I even can, I set it to give me a preview on things like this. But yeah, it doesn't remove the support part. Oh yeah, I should have also put this into the other episode. I just went over a lot of things, but there are definitely also things that I missed, because that was just a somewhat spontaneous thing. But if you hold and just press R, you can also rotate things. This is still relative in terms of how you look at it from whatever angle you are viewing it. So if I'm looking at it from this angle, I should be getting this from a different place. It doesn't really work with some of these. But yeah, this is super cool because it lets you place down the stuff from certain angles that you would otherwise not be able to. So right now this is the lower side to the left, the upper side to the right, and if I rotate, it's still the same. And I can rotate this like this right now. So yeah, I think you get what I mean, and this is actually really helpful for building. So really happy that they put in some stuff like that. in Minecraft, especially when you build something like that uses a lot of stairs, trapdoors, and also pistons, observers, and all of that, you are really bound to what angle you are looking at the item, and sometimes you need to even demolish things in order to fit something else in the right orientation. And this thing right here, it helps so much. And once you have set that up with R, then every single thing after, as long as you are on the same type of item, it will still be at the same angle. So this is not something that you need to set up for every single block, but you just do it once and then you are good to go for a while. So really nice what they've done with that. Also, I'm running around at half health the entire time here. Should probably take care of that. But yeah, right now a lot of the stuff here is still work in progress. I've actually been considering to completely restart the world and start building from scratch again, because after all, with how much I still need to rework over here, it felt like I wouldn't lose much if I started from scratch instead of trying to make this work out a bit better. We'll have to see. For now, I'm going to stick with this world, but it's not really a given that I'm going to stay here forever. And also I need to figure out animal handling and all of that. That's just something that I completely ignored up until this point. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do. And besides that, there's also, I think, magic runes or something in this game. Let me quickly have a look here. There are different crafting stations and I didn't get every single one of them yet. So we have furnaces, we have the armorer's workbench for armor, we have the blacksmith anvil for weapons. And yes, those are different things here. We got the stove in the other building for food. Farmer's workbench, but haven't really used it much. Tanning rack, which is very important. I might actually get one for every single type of hide. There is light, medium, and heavy hide. So that might be a good thing to just get and keep around. I need more light hide. That's always a rarity. I mean, it's not a rare thing. It's actually pretty common, but you need more than what you can get right now. I don't know if you can breed animals in order to get more of them. That might be a good idea. Something that I should probably look into sooner than later, because this is constantly a problem. Builder's workbench, showed that in the last video already. That's how you get a lot of building items. Furniture workbench is for more classy stuff. Might take a look at that in a moment. Salvager's workbench can be used to break down some items into base materials. So basically the uncrafter, very useful I think. Because honestly, having to deal with all of these items in the inventory is kind of a pain, and if I can just take some of them and get back the components to store those away, might be a better way of handling things for now. But yeah, the last two that I didn't take care of, Alchemist Workshop and Arcanist Workbench, or yeah, both workbenches, whatever. Those are supposed to go into the basement right here. I have an idea, but I feel like I'm building too small for it. But yeah, I changed out a lot of things. Initially, I was using the same type of wall for everything, and now decided to go for a lighter type here. I don't really like how it's kind of looking like it's from Greece or something with the ornamental stuff in there. I would rather have something a bit more plain, but I like the contrast between the lighter walls and the darker beams and everything. That was the thing that I maybe spent a bit too much time on early on. I went into a lot of different biomes, went down into the caves, just to get different building materials and get an idea of what's even available. Because while, I mean, overall the walls and everything, that's all nice looking, But I was looking for something maybe a tiny bit lighter, and I didn't even know what was even available. So, yeah. Spent a lot of time trying to get different resources and then got completely overwhelmed with trying to put them into a storage system. So, that's been a bit of a weird one. But yeah, there are also a lot of other things here that I didn't get to in the last video. There are vertical slabs in this game. This is not a wall made of different blocks and all of that. This is 2 slabs in a trench coat. Because, yeah, that's just vertical slabs right here. I mean, I showed off the outside a bit, but this thing I'm really proud of. And if I go with the R menu again, I can just put that in as if nothing happened. Doesn't really work too well with difference between stairs and full blocks, but it's not too much of a problem either. But yeah, I really like the staircase that I was able to build here and all of that. This is really nice. Opens up a lot of different options that Minecraft just doesn't have available. The windows are a bit weird because they for some reason require a full block adjacent or another window in order to be placeable. If I make, you know what, let me just do it right here. If I just take out, no, I need the X for that. If I take out one window and try to place it in here into the wall, it doesn't let me. If I try to put it next to the beam, which is of course a full block, that's allowed, but other stuff just for some reason doesn't work, and I might have to leave it as feedback because it makes absolutely no sense at all. But yeah. And honestly, one thing I will say I would like to see this game do, and I think that might be beyond the scope right now with how far they are already. I would have loved for this game to wholesale adopt the way Valheim treats resources. And I mean building resources in particular. Then I'm really not getting much regen out of a single piece of food. Before the last patch, I could have easily fully healed with one single bit of meat and then just stayed full with a lot of regen left to go. But yeah, what the thing that Valheim does is basically in your inventory you will only have to deal with the resources in their raw form. For example, different types of woods might be what you get in your inventory. And when you have a building hammer, still not fully, now I'm fully healed. You get your building hammer out, you have a nearby workstation that allows you to build stuff. Everything there has a radius in which it works. And as long as you got the different wood types on you, you can use that to construct walls, you can use that to construct windows, doors, whatever. But nothing will ever exist as an item in your inventory of these things. You don't have to juggle the different roof types and all of that. It's just the materials that they are made out of, and if you destroy the stuff later on, you get back the raw materials. So you can have all of these different items, all of these different types of blocks and all of that, but you will only ever have to manage the inventory of the raw resource. And I think for something with so many materials and different variations that you can make out of all of that, that's a much better system than what we have right now. This is basically how Minecraft does it, and Minecraft for that reason, especially with all the additional materials, block types and everything, has just a huge problem with inventory. Also due to other things, just how many items you need on your hotbar all the time. That's also contributing. But with the stuff that I said, he would just need your hammer on the hotbar, and all the materials can just rest somewhere in your inventory. So I would like to see that being done. But yeah, since this game is already so far along, I don't know if that would ever be on the menu for the game right now. Like, that's such an essential thing with how the game handles that it should be implemented from the get-go. Valheim does it, it does it to great effect. Sometimes it's a bit annoying because you might need a secondary resource, like some type of nail or leather bits, whatever. But overall it works out really well. But yeah, let's see, I rambled on a lot for this entire video, but honestly there were just so many more things that I wanted to talk about. Ideally I should have maybe put some of these into the original full video explaining the game, but I don't know, I think that one was pretty good for me not having any script or something. By the way, this is one of my initial caves that I'm going into to get some stuff, especially red leather. We'll have to see whatever else I can do in here. I mean, the different ores and all of that, they have been taken care of. They are already harvested and been used to great effect, but right now as it is, it's still sometimes worth getting back into here, and I may have actually just found a new area that I haven't been to before. But here you can also see that there are different types of stone in here if you go deep enough. So that's been something that I've been trying to make good use of for a while. That's going down pretty far. I think if I take off the torch, put one of them in my inventory. They are still reworking the offhand, by the way. It should be a bit nicer at some point. But yeah, I should be able to... What is it? She? Yep. Just to see exactly how deep that goes and stuff like this. These are small things, but really nice ones. So yeah, that isn't a tough fall. I can make it if I don't vault upwards. But this looks like a new cave that I haven't been in before. Brown common mushroom. What the hell is that? Is that even water? I know there's slime in the game, and this kind of looks like a hybrid liquid. So, I don't know if animals in this game can swim, but I think those are about to suffocate in there. Oh, there's another strip that I could fall into. And yeah, if I go further down, I might find new biomes, like the lava area with its own enemies and all of that, different other ores. I think in this zone it might just be copper and iron, which is still pretty decent. I mean, I'm still rocking iron gear. I could potentially upgrade. I got some ores from another area. Haven't done much of it though. Should maybe look into that soon. But yeah, this goes down straight to lava level. And that looks like a boss right there. I have no idea what that dude does, but he does look intimidating. Also, spawns in this game are a bit weird sometimes. I found one particular cave that goes down from almost the surface. It's like from the bottom of a lake right down to the lava level, and every time I went in there, On the way down, there's really nothing happening, but if I turn around, there's already an enemy spawning right behind me. So yeah, that's all kinda weird. And overall, the threat levels, unless I go further down and try to mess with the other guy, it's nothing too bad right now. The game for right now is really leaning on the easy side, it seems. But I also kinda don't mind it. I would maybe have some encounters be a bit more difficult and maybe have a slightly higher spawn chance for enemies. But I'm also happy that it's not like Valheim where you really have to defend your home, and if you're not careful, they might just spawn in a big raid that completely wrecks your stuff. Oh, there's another shiny over there. Also seems like they fixed the issue of ores getting stuck in the ceiling. Let's just go in there. Also, can I... Oh yeah, they addressed the issue with the offhand of not being able to put down torches. Doesn't work on the sword because that's still prioritizing blocking on the right click. But beforehand, this stuff used to be really awkward. Is that the same guy that I saw before or another one? Yeah, I got a lot of stuff here. Yeah, honestly, I don't really need the copper anymore, but I'm still going to mine it if I'm encountering it. I've definitely grown out of copper items right now, and it doesn't seem to be that useful outside of making armor and weapons and tools, etc. Okay, that seems like a dead end. Honestly, I should be trying to get back out the way I came into this place. But yeah, these caves, they just keep on going. I should have maybe marked this. That would have been a good idea. I mean, did I come from here? I'm not entirely sure. It goes further down. There, yeah, that's my entry point, I'm pretty sure. That might be one block too high, so let's do this. And we're already a bit further up. But I think we need to go up one higher right here somewhere. So keep an eye on the ceiling, there might be something coming up. I don't know what that dude is doing right there. Might go and say hello. They saw something, but not me apparently. Okay, now he saw me. The bomber guy. I think that's the one that has the juggling idle animation. Ah, there he goes. Yeah, that's stuff where I just think they didn't have to do it. But they did it anyways. Another weird looking lake here. I don't know if some of these things have been added because, I mean, yeah, that stuff I knew about, but I've never seen a green lake like this. Oh, there's a bomb down there. I just had the red spawn right behind me where I came from. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I've been talking about. It's just these random spawns, they happen maybe in slightly too close proximity to the player. You really can't rely on the where you came from being clear for a moment. Oh, that might be the entry point. That's my hole. Yeah, I think this might be the way out now. Also, these are really fun, but I don't want to hurt myself, so I'm not going to jump on them right now. Careful, aber hold on there. Ach, we're already back at the entrance. And out we go. So yeah, that's a really basic look at what caving is like in this game. I want to quickly check on my inventory when it comes to the different ores. I might be able to make something good soon. That's not gonna last too much longer. Can maybe take the coal from here. Charcoal, by the way, is kind of a byproduct of using coal with the furnaces. You just get some randomly and then can use it to burn a bit more stuff. Tanning rack, just put the stuff on here. I mean, 7 light height is pretty nice. But yeah, I should maybe look into this here. Ah, thorium. That's the stuff. Got iron, got a silver ingot as well. I don't know where I picked that up, but here we are. We might as well try to use this thing. I mean, I don't even need to put it into my inventory. But yeah, I could go for a thorium sword right now. But I need to upgrade the anvil first. So that needs another venom sac for some reason. Feels random, but okay. I could upgrade this already. I mean, copper ingot, I got more than enough. I got more than enough bone fragments. Finally use for them. And even azure logs. That's from another biome in this place. So if we look around here, if we maybe zoom out a little bit. Yeah, these areas, they give you azure logs. Could maybe check if they are useful now, because last time I tried I didn't seem to get anything out of them. So you couldn't make blue roofs or something like that. But let me just grab a few sticks over here. Byproduct of cutting down trees. Really good for fuel, but don't seem to be useful for too much else. Okay, yeah, it's grayed out, so I cannot put it in here. If I take the basalt cobble, I get some other stuff. And sometimes you even need to make something else out of it in order to get even more different things. So this for example only gives me basalt cobble roof. In different variations we get the half slab for cobble. But if I now turn this into the brick variant, I suddenly get brick stairs, brick slabs and all of that, brick roof. I can even convert between one and the other here. These are apparently kinda equal. So I can now go for smooth basalt brick. That's now how that block looks. I can kinda go back and make the other thing out of it again or anything in between. It's kinda interesting, but it also feels a bit... It feels more like a puzzle trying to figure out what's even possible in the system. I mean, in the end, with Minecraft's different variations, it kind of was the same in the end. You had to go into smelting to make regular stone out of cobble, then you could make bricks and all of that. But first we were kind of used to it with that, and with this being new, learning it from scratch, I wish they would have maybe just given me the brick variant options from the cobble right away. Especially since getting to basalt brick doesn't require smelting, just a regular crafting step right here. So it's not even the same as in Minecraft, where getting to bricks actually requires different resources and all of that. Nah. Anyways, yeah, so much about these things here. I should maybe check if I really don't have all the things I need here. Light leather, that's kind of hurt. Linen scraps is something that I get from skeletons, so that's always available. Venom sacks, I mean, spiders are a bit more rare. There's also an arachnophobia mode where they are just getting turned into crabs, I think. But have we got 9 over here? I don't even know how far the stuff reaches with a pickup. Still some old tools here which I might recycle. I mean, I could also use the copper pickaxe. Things don't really break in this game. It's kind of nice but also a bit weird. You can make the repair kits right here. They take some iron and other things. So there are some resources you need to invest into these. But then you can use them to repair your items. But they don't get the full durability back. You lose like 10 to 20%. I'm not entirely sure how much it is. I think it might be 10%. It actually says there will lose up to 10% of their maximum durability. So you can repair, but it will make them worse over time. And they will never fully break. But you might have to go and kind of recover them. Damn, I'm really one short. Might have to find a spider, go into another area. There are a lot of venomous creatures in the deserty parts. I don't really like them too much, and they don't like me either, so yeah, we'll have to see. Also definitely something to get used to regarding how the food regeneration now works. So might have to see about all of that. Maybe some of these are now... Yeah, these used to be like 2 minutes or 2 minutes 30 or something, if I remember correctly. Only gives health regen 1 and health boost 1. And restores 5%. Used to be 10% and health regen and boost 2. So that's all definitely been nerfed to hell. I mean, these things are really easy to come by, and they needed to make the advanced foods a bit more attractive. I mean, I only need a stick and some mushroom. Can I... This is exactly what we ever used to do, so... Yeah, if I just craft a bunch of mushroom stuff, or even fruit, or vegetable... Seems to do the trick. Even meat skewer. What does that one need? Okay, raw meat. Should maybe not cook anymore, at least not on the fireplace. That seems like a bit of a bad idea right now. Also not entirely sure how much I like that all of these options do the same. I mean, for role-playing purposes, I like that there are at least the meat skewer and also vegetable options here. Or fruit options, whatever. Vegetarian, I mean. Oh, wild berry salad. Also unknown items. Recipe not yet discovered. I don't know how you get them. And there were also other things like bread instantly restoring 15% health. That's not the most, but it's actually pretty good. And if you can eat just multiple ones, this would be a really nice thing to have. So yeah, definitely need to look more into this. Ingredients. Why does it have so many versions of raw fish? Ah, okay. Any epic fish, rare fish. Yeah, rare fish gives you raw fish. Imagine. But you would have to catch them alive, it seems. I usually just get them already chopped in half because I just jump into the river and swing my sword around like an idiot. But yeah, there are a lot of things that I need to figure out about this game, and I'm trying to slowly get there. There's also all of this stuff here. Buckets, capture crate, very important. Chicken coop. Would be nice if it told you what it does, because it might need... this might be required in order to get chicken eggs. I don't know if they just are getting laid by the chicken, or if you need to provide a nest or something. Fish bait, fishing trap, copper hoe, iron hoe. Needed to tilt the soil. Different seeds, saplings. Other things you can do here. Oh, you can make essence of life, which is basically a currency, also used for a lot of seed and sapling crafting. You can make that out of stuff that you find around the world. That's actually really nice. Stone planter, tavern planter. So if you want to do this indoor, you can do so. That's pretty cool. Decorative. Oh, this is how you get grass blocks back. That's nice. I could only put down regular dirt blocks and all of that, and that doesn't really look all that amazing, because there doesn't seem to be grass spread in this game, so you need soil and a bit of fiber, and that gives you grass. Might be a bit more astroturfing than anything else, but I'll take it. So yeah, that's how you can handle all the stuff if you don't want to implement any silk touch enchantment or something equal to that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here, make my plans on how to proceed from here. I think this building might not be here in the next episode, which is gonna suck a bit because I already dug out the cellar down below, but we'll have to see. I think at this point I would rather expand this area a bit more and then make a new building. I could also put the kitchen up on top there. That second floor doesn't really have any real purpose right now. I feel like I built everything just a tiny bit too small. We'll see if I can do something about it. Maybe it's just time to go to another world. I don't know yet. Most of the stuff that I got here was actually pretty easy to get, and I was just more spending time trying to figure out what to do and how to do it than anything else. The things that I built here are really not all that amazing. But yeah, we'll see. I was also considering to maybe join a server. I saw some streamers that I've been following who are making community servers for the game. So I might try to get a space on one of those, and that would definitely be a restart. I don't know, maybe I also just like having my own world here and not having to fight for resources with other people. Maybe it's also a good idea to move somewhere else, just find a connection point between different biomes, put myself somewhere on the edge there so that I don't have to run that far anymore. I mean, there's one big biome change over here. There's a volcanic island which I've been to, and I made sure to go away from it again rather quickly because that was quite something. There's another thing to the north, but if I find something to the west, maybe I could settle somewhere over here. But yeah, that's all future plans. And this could just be left behind as a memorial for how it all began. But yeah, that all remains to be seen. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. And see you guys next time. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, although with how much I'm recording in advance right now, I will have done something by the time the next video comes out and even this one. So, yeah. Until then, wherever this takes me, takes us, we'll see. Thanks for watching, have a good one, bye bye.